Hey guys, pay no mind to my hair, bedhead is real. So today is day 7, and day 6 was share it, and the most important thing to remember when you're sharing it is you can't save anyone. So that is probably one of the biggest things, is because it's so easy to get discouraged when you're sharing and you don't feel like that you've done anything. But it is not your job, duty, or responsibility to save anyone. God is the one who saves people. Our job as Christians is to plant a seed to build relationships well, share, care, help, give hope, and let people know who God is, what God's done for them, and why we need Him. And you do that through living out your life in faith, living out your faith, and leaving the saving to God. So 1 Corinthians 3:5-11 says, "What then is Apollos and what is Paul? They are servants through whom you believed, and each has the role the Lord has given. I planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the growth. So then neither the one who plants nor the one who waters is anything, but only God who gives the growth. Now the one planting and the one watering are one in purpose, and each will receive his own reward according to his own labor, for we are God's co-workers. You are God's field, God's building. According to God's grace that was given to me, I have laid a foundation as a skilled master builder, and another builds on it. But each one must be careful how he builds on it, for no one can lay any other foundation than what has been laid down. The foundation is Jesus Christ." So some people are going to be watering, some will plant, and there's just different positions in sharing. Sometimes when you're sharing, you're the first person to share to somebody and you're planting a seed. But if somebody's already been, if somebody's already had faith shared to them, then you're watering that seed that's been planted. And sometimes that it just varies. And so, so when he asks, "What then is Apollos?" Paul and Apollos are not the ones you believed on for salvation. They only brought Jesus to you. They are through whom you believed, not on who you believed. So if somebody is sharing their faith with you and you make a decision to follow Christ through that, they didn't save you. Through their work, Jesus saved you. So I see that get switched up a lot. But and when he says, "I planted, Apollos watered," it means that Christian workers have different jobs and see different results, but God is the one who gets the work done. So say I'm sharing my faith with someone and Regina is also, but 2 different people. Well, we're going to get 2 different results because we're sharing with 2 different people, and they could be completely 2 different situations and different places. And just something that I saw. So when a farmer plants a seed and waters it, he really doesn't make it grow. The Miracle of Life does that. All the farmer can do is provide the right environment for growth and trust in the miracle of life. We do the same in ministering Jesus to other people. So I thought that was a really good thing to kind of jot down and read out. And when it says, "We are God's fellow workers," it means that God gives us the amazing opportunity to work with Him. We can't work without Him, and God wants us as His working partner. So that's pretty awesome that, He doesn't have to use us, but He does. And He allows us to work with Him in saving. And, well, not saving, but bringing people to Him for Him to save. And so that's really awesome. When we consider all the ways that could have done His work, it's even more amazing to know that He wants our participation. Like I was just saying, like, it's crazy, it's mind-blowing, because when I think about it, I'm like, why me? I'm like, I don't know, not why me, but it's just crazy because, like, God uses us, and it's crazy, it's awesome. And And when it says according to the grace of God, it means that it is an exalted thing to be a fellow worker with God. But God doesn't choose exalted people to do his work. It isn't anything in them that makes them worthy to be his worker. It is according to the grace of God. So like I was just saying, sometimes I don't feel worthy, but it's not dependent on anything in us. It is by the grace of God that we get to help God. And so just want to leave off with this. Some people are frustrated because they want to water when God has called them to plant, or they want to plant when God has called them to water. Others are frustrated because they want to make the increase happen when only God can do that. Real fruitfulness in ministry happens when we are peacefully content with what God has called us to do. So be content with what God has called you to do and do what he's called you to do. And that's the best advice I can give you. All right.